I'm back! Yay! Okay, so went ahead and finished up the second eyebrow. So now it's eyeball time. It's a little tricky because I'm trying to make him look not in the direction that he was looking in the, obviously in the photo that I referenced, because I want it to look like he's kind of looking at Bella out of the side of his eyes. So this is all pretty much made up, so yay. The eyes are, again, not perfectly white. Even the whites of people's eyes, they're not white. You want to use kind of a little bit of a fleshy tone for them. You can highlight them in the middle with white, but you want to have the edges kind of dark so that it gives that round, bulbous look to it, because they're not perfectly flat. That's a mistake that a lot of people make, is that you don't color for the shape of the eye. So now I just filled in the brown because he's got those like browny, goldy eye things happening. Gave him some pupils and some eye shines. I made his pupils really dilated because, you know, when you look at something that you either want or want to eat, your pupils dilate, so I figured that would be kind of cool. So now I'm just shading in the eyes with a darker color. You want to try to, again, keep that roundness to the eyeball. So, fun times. While I'm doing this, a quick note about the movie. I'm 24 years old, honestly, so maybe, I don't know, not being a 13-year-old girl, I didn't appreciate it as much as other people did, but the books are pretty good. I mean, I've only read the first one, but, like, the story is awesome. Her writing style is, it's a little pedestrian, but, I mean, just think about who she's writing for. So I think it's a great story, and it's really impressive what she's done. But I don't really so much appreciate the movie. I don't think the directing was top notch. Sorry, Catherine Hardwicke. It was really choppy. And it seemed like they were just assuming that everyone had read the books, and so I had. So I was like, okay, whatever. But my boyfriend was sitting next to me. He was like, what the hell is going on? So anyway, but that's a little aside. Back to the actual thing that you came here to see. Now I'm adding eyelashes. You don't want to make them like black and thick. It's just kind of a subtle thing you don't even notice. But so finish that up. Now it's onward to Kristen Stewart's teeth. She's got kind of like a bunny teeth thing happening, which is really cute on young girls. Like the two front ones are bigger than the ones on the side, so you kind of want to make sure that stands out. Her lips are still a little big. I don't think I'm going to change them. I don't think I did change them because this is me talking after the fact. But it kind of looks a bit Naomi Wattish, but oh well. I mean, I think people can figure out who she is. So anyway, again, not perfectly white teeth. Going in with a grayish color to fill in the details. You never, ever, ever, unless they have like a gap that you could kick a football through, do you want to use black for people's teeth, because like I said before, you'll get big gaps. So I'm just fleshing that out, smudging it and all that good stuff. Right now you're listening to Sharkfood by Starsailor. If you can even hear this, I don't even know how loud this is coming out, but FYI, if anyone's curious as to what's going on in the background. So we're coloring up her gums a little bit, and just blending everything. So I just zoom out to see how everything's looking. Pretty decent. And added a little bit of the shininess of her teeth in there. As you can see, he was kind of impressed with myself, but whatever, it's cool. I actually think I did a better job on her teeth than on Rob. So then I just filled in the lips with the pink. Her lips are looking a little paler than his, so that's why, you know, I use those colors. And then I kind of skipped through this a little bit because you've already seen me do it on his teeth, or on his lips and teeth and everything. So I basically just fleshed in the color, and now I'm smudging things out. So smudger, smudger, smudger. And again, you want to make sure, especially since these characters aren't supposed to be wearing lipstick. It looks like, you know, the Edward's wearing a lot of makeup, but you just want to blend it into the skin. So now I'm doing her eyes, filling in the brown, and coloring the whites of the eyes again to just give them that roundness. Don't really need to go into it a second time. Probably just heard my cat hollering at me. I think he's hungry, so. And something I didn't mention when you're doing Rob's eyes, you also want to keep that pink in the corner, on the inside corner, and then on the outside corner also, because it's kind of, you know, the whites aren't all white. There's that connecting bit, and it's kind of fleshy and pink. So now I just added, you know, some shine to her eyes, and The thing about this one is I'm actually like 100% referencing this photo. I kind of tried to shift, I don't know if the effect worked out, but the direction that she was looking just a little bit, so it looks more like she's looking at him. Not sure if that really came through. It's really kind of difficult to take existing stuff and just sort of make it up, so, you know, we do what we can in this situation. So now I'm just smudging that out. Right now, Marching Bands of Manhattan by Death Cab for Cutie is playing. So, if you can hear it again, I don't know. So anyway, smudge, smudge, smudge. And now I'm just going to pick some random colors to try to add to the eyeball. Like yeah, I know it looks crazy right now. I just picked like a bright yellow and a green from the swatches because I'm going to blend it out like so. So you don't really notice it that much, but it just looks kind of like multifaceted. If it was more of a close-up on the eyes, I would, you know, put more detail in it where you could actually see, like, the lines in the iris, but it's not really, like, you don't get to be up close to it. So it's hair time. Took one of the lighter colors that I had picked to kind of flesh out the highlights and stuff for her hair, and now I am using the smudge tool again to blend the edges. You don't want any perfectly straight edges in anyone's hair because that doesn't exist, so there you go. So I'm trying to make it look like it's her hairline and it's actually going into her scalp. I also erased the lines that I had drawn in on the line work. I don't know if you noticed, because I just want the hair on each character to be a little more free-flowing and, you know, unlined. So right now, with hair, it's all about, you know, smudging things out or painting things out, however you choose to do it. But you want to make sure that you get things going in a very, like, smooth direction. Like, all your strokes want to be very long, so that you get some good movement. You don't have really choppy little pieces, especially with her. She's got really long hair, and it's kind of curling all over the place. So, I mean, it gets difficult sometimes to keep from going over what you've already done. So now I'm going in a lighter color and just bringing out the highlights a little bit more. I'm also going to take the brush tool and make little wisps of hair just kind of floating out along the edges because, you know, obviously no one's hair is perfect, so putting that in there. Now it's on to Edward's hair. My video got a little funny in the middle of this, so you're going to notice it's going to skip from being like me coloring it and it looking all funny to being completely done. So I'm really sorry about that because that's probably the best part of this whole thing was figuring out how to color his damn hair because it's kind of ridiculous. And even at the end, I'm probably going to go back and tweak it because it's just kind of going all over the place. It's the craziest hairstyle. So right now I'm doing the same thing that I did with Bella's hair, as like I'm just blending it into the head so that it looks like it's actually growing and not just sitting on his head. This is Just Dance by Lady Gaga, kind of random, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, blending, smudging, smudging. Like in a minute, it's just gonna be like done. So I'm just warning you. But you just basically with hair, you want to just grab different colors and just slap them on there and work with them from there. So right now it looks like a bunch of blotches, but there was really a plan happening to just give him different layers and stuff. Like with hair this complicated in retrospect, I might have even done it in like 2 different layers because he's got, you know, some stuff happening in the front and then some stuff happening in the middle and the back, and it's going in all different directions. It's hard to keep from, you know, going over something that you've already done. So his hair doesn't really poke up that much in the middle, so I kind of shaved it down and moving it a little more to the side. So I'm just about to finish up here. I'm not going to show you guys doing the background and all that stuff because honestly it wasn't that complicated and nothing to like write home about. But if you want to see the finished version, you can check it out on my website, www.chrismickens.com, or leave me a comment here. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.